Hello everyone, welcome back to another analysis video. We're now looking at Tokyo, and I realise we've had a lot of these lately. There'll be one more coming soon because obviously we've been to Monaco since. Let's talk about what happened in Tokyo, because as I mentioned in the vlog, we were so close to a podium. So let me talk to you about how we got to that point, because there was some luck on our side. There was some brilliant driving from both Double H and Tatsuk as well in Tokyo. So this is what this video is all about. I'll let you know what was going through my mind at the time. I'll let you know some little secrets about what happened in the race as well. And hopefully you get to experience what I was experiencing at the time. When you were actually watching this live, or potentially you watched it after, I'm not sure. But yeah, let's look at that now. Let me just transfer you over. Ta-da! Right, okay, so we have Jimmy and Tom on screen here. Hopefully this doesn't lag too much. But what we're going to do, first of all, is actually look at the qualifying times. I'm going to turn them down a little bit. So, well, the quality times, here we go. So let's look at this first. So you can see up here, we got a 1:55.8. Now this is brilliant. I loved this qualifying session because it was not about slipstream. It's all about doing the best lap that you can. And as you can see here, 1:55.8. The Audi is strong here. One of the strongest cars at Maggiore, so I had to put the lap in. You can see on the left hand side here, a 1:56.026. You can see here, nobody got close to that time, and we managed to improve again at the very end. So I was happy. We got us in the top 6 shootout, basically in Tokyo. I did the laps. I knew I was fast here. It's one of my favourite circuits, Maggiore in reverse. I know some people hate the fact that it's one of my favourite tracks, but it is. I enjoy racing this circuit. There are some overtaking places. The last corner is so risky. It's enjoyable, you know, in a weird way. But yes, you can see here, 55.8. I think it'll actually show us being up on our time in a second. A Toyota were chasing us really hard in this. And that Mercedes had a really bad qualifying session. You can see here, woohoo! Audi come through, we're 1/10 up. And we improved a little bit more. We got a good run at the end. Now, weirdly, actually, in the qualifying, in the hot lap, you might have seen this in the hot lap video, actually. The Chevrolet got out of the way. So you've got this here. I don't know if you can see the mouse going up here. So you've just done all the S's. You've just come out the hairpin. He pulled over here, and it really compromised my line a bit. I had to lift off a little bit. So potentially a 55.7 on the cards. But, hey, I couldn't do any more here. So it was a really good lap on the hard tyres. I mean, there's still time there, but, you know, we did what we needed to do, well inside that top 6. So let's look at the top 6 quickly. Now, Tatsuk had to do this. I wasn't allowed to do this. But Tatsuk's a very capable driver as well, very quick driver. Amazing at starts, which we'll get onto in a second. But here you can see sort of our problem, Bathurst. So Bathurst is one of the worst tracks for the Audi R8. It's slow down the straights, going down the mountains, a little bit sketchy. So it was always going to be hard for us to even get anywhere. Now, what I will do actually is I'm just going to fast forward this a little bit. Where are we here? So, sorry, I'm just fast forwarding this at the same time. Oh, we've just passed it a little bit. So here we go. Here's the Audi. So we've got Tatsuk here, what a legend. And as we cross the line, 2:04.0. Now the problem is on the hill section, going downhill, sketchy as hell. We've got no speed on the straights, and you can see we're way off here. Now the big surprise here was Porsche actually, 2:03 dead. I mean, fair play to them. They nailed that lap because the Porsche is very similar to the Audi. So you know, fair play, absolutely fair play. I'm not sure who's in the Porsche. Is it Matt Simmons? It was indeed. I can just see it there. Look. Is it going to jump to Matt Simmons now, or are we just going to jump to before that? There we go. There's Matt Simmons. Mint GTR. Absolutely nailed this. Look at that. 2:03 dead. That is a fair play by Matt. So shout out to you, my friend. But let's actually now jump to the race. We'll look at the start of the race, and I'll talk you through strategies and such. So, now, first of all, we were trying to think of the best strategy possible. Now, we came up with a strategy that we should do mediums first, because Tatsuk is amazing at race starts, and you'll see that again in a second. Then we were going to go on softs, which is a little bit risky. But the idea behind this was that overtaking at Bathurst is hard. So if we can stay out of the pack and stay out the way, potentially then we can get the best result we can here. And then hopefully at Maggiore, where we are fast, we can then pull out a stonking result and potentially end up on the podium. Now, I was just going to this event for fun because Bathurst was in it. It's a horrible trap for us. So we start in P6. So I'm sure all the Audi team, I can't speak for them personally, but I'm sure we all thought that this is all about trying to manage how much we lose here in going backwards. So let's fast forward this a little bit. Here we go. So we get to the start here. And I'm hoping the bar goes. There we go, the bar goes. So Toyota, Porsche, Ford, BMW, Lexus, Audi. Now, instantly you want to get on the inside at this first corner. You don't want to be on the outside. So we're in P6. We're going to be on the inside, of course. So coming up to this first corner, there's a slight bit of contact there between Lexus, Ford and BMW. So obviously we gain a position straight off the bat. Poo poo, look at this. Poo poo, pew pew is what I meant to say. So heading down here, you can see, look, Audi P5, we're just trying to jump up into P4. And you can see we're 2x2 at this moment in time. So coming into this next corner, you're now about to see BMW run slightly wide. And that gets us another position. So up to P4, P6, P4, happy days. Right behind the Lexus at this moment in time. And look at that, down the inside. Absolutely beautiful move there. Beautiful move by Tatsuk there. Up into P3. Highest medium runner as well. And Lexus obviously got a penalty there. What a start. What an absolute start by Tatsuk. Unbelievable stuff. Right, let's get the mouse back on here. My mouse is being a bit dodgy, actually. I might have to use the other one. So, let's jump a bit further ahead. So, BMW on the soft tyre obviously gets by us, because it's a soft tyre. Oh, this is the big incident. Look at this. Oh, there are accidents all the time in racing. Everyone going, oh, these drivers can't drive. Yeah, there's accidents all the time in real racing. It's not going to change in sim racing. So let's now jump to when I get in the car. So I've just got in the car here, I believe. I'm going to go a bit further back. Yep, even further back than this. And oh, we were actually close to it here, weren't we? Okay, so we'll let it load now. Okay, here we go. So Mercedes go on the hard tyre here. Now I didn't know this initially, and then I got told on the radio, and now we've got on soft tyre. So we've got one car in front of us on hard tyres, which is significant because if they slow us down a lot, compromises our entire soft stint. So it's me versus Ant basically. Mercedes suddenly has no wheels now. It's quite hilarious. Oh, there we go. It's got wheels now. So you can see we come out here, and we're going to be in a little bit of traffic. The lights is on soft, so I'm not really too worried at this moment in time. I've got to get by this Mercedes as fast as possible. The soft tyres are significantly faster than the Mercedes. And you're going to see me try and race close. And I'm going to talk about racing close in the driving school. And the driving school is coming back, guys. Don't worry. There's one planned next week, I think, or the week after. But even so, that's not this one. So I have to drive as close as possible to this Mercedes to make sure that on the straight I can overtake them. So you can see the Mercedes one's a little bit wide here. We're going to jump on board with me now. Well, I'll hope we were. There we go. So look how close we can get. I've got to be aware of what the Mercedes is doing. Obviously hard tyre. So I've got to be aware of what it's going to do. So I'm aware of this because it's going to have to brake earlier. It's going to have slower apexes. So I brake really early here. This is actually beneficial because I'm sort of like pushing the Mercedes a bit too far. You can see it runs a little bit wide here, gets it wrong into here, and I just have enough room to get round the Mercedes there, and that's significant enough that we can pull away from the Mercedes. That move was so critical in this strategy that if it didn't happen, the strategy is over and we potentially go backwards. We're now lead of the pit stoppers. And guess what? We've got clean air for this entire stint, which is exactly what we want. So I'm just waiting for the time change so you can actually get a general idea of where we actually stand in just a second. The Lexus come in as well. Strategy wasn't really critical here in terms of pit lap 1 for tyres because it was a minimum of 4 laps. It's only 13 laps, so it's 4, 4, 5. It's fairly obvious what you do. So here you go. You can see the actual run there. Look how close this gets. Look how close. Oh! To the inch. So you can see here we're 6 point whatever seconds behind. Where's my mouse gone? There it is. So we're 6.5 seconds behind the BMW, who's on medium tyres. So obviously we're going to catch up during this stint. And I had a very good stint. And I mean, I'm only a couple attempts like on the laps, a couple attempts off what I was doing at home, which at a live event is literally perfect. It's exactly what you want to do. Obviously, it's not the same it's not the same game technically. It's a World Tour game, but it's meant to be using very similar physics. In this situation, we can actually drive closer to each other because dirty air is less, which is why I can go up the hill so close behind the Mercedes. But you can see here, look at this gap. It's down to 1.9 seconds. We're obviously going to start to struggle on this last lap because tyre wear with the RDR8 is not the best, of course. We all know this. What's going on here? Just jumped to an incident out of nowhere. Ooh, little bit of contact there, and then whoa! Goodbye, Alpha. So we get to the end of the stint. We're 1.4 seconds behind the BMW. I think that's a very good stint. We're going to be both on the hard tyres at the end. So I was so happy with my stint. I think as a team we were doing so well. And look at the gap behind. Now, we'll just wait. So Hayden's getting in the car at this point, Double H. And Double H, all they have to do is race a clean race, like I did as well. Race a clean race, do the 4 laps, job done. We've done a very good race at Bathurst. The fact we're in this top bunch of cars is incredible in my mind. So we're just going to come out the pits now, and you can see here we're around 5 seconds ahead of the Mercedes. Where's my mouse gone? Stop jumping away. So I want to jump to this moment here, which is a lap later. So the Mercedes has caught us up here, but you can see the gap behind to Chevrolet is massive. Now, Mercedes on soft tyres. This is all about racing smart, and Double H knows how to race smart, Tatsuki knows how to race smart. We all know how to race smart, but I speak about it in my videos all the time. The Mercedes is in a completely different race to the race we're in, okay? We can't defend for 3 laps against the Mercedes on soft tyres on hard tyres. It's not possible, especially with our slow line. If we had a lot top end, then maybe, but we don't have the top end. So we have to race really smart here. So Double H just racing, goes to the left hand side here. In a second, there we go, goes to the left hand side, pulls in, and you're going to see the Mercedes come alongside. I jump on the radio straight away, let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go, let him go. And as you can see, Hayden lets him go there. Lovely bit of driving. Gets in behind. Happy days. I then tell Double H, you've got an eternity behind you. Just bring it home nice and clean. Finishing P5 at Bathurst is amazing for Audi. Because we could, I mean, Ford should be further up there. Obviously, they had the incident. Jaguar would be us hit. Like, there's all these fast cars behind us. So to do this is superb for us. And it actually gave us a lot of belief. Now, we did come P5 in the end. I wish this mouse had behaved itself, and the batteries are going on the damn thing. So we'll just get towards the end of the race now. See that gap to Ford, 2 seconds. You can see that we're catching them very fast. They're very quick here, Ford. But Toyota across the line there, P1. Lovely crowd behind as well. So Porsche Peter, that's a great result for Porsche, by the way. Really great result for Porsche. And then Mercedes in their BMW, and then it's going to be ourselves crossing the line. There you go, P5, happy days. Honestly, we were really happy with that. You couldn't have done any better there. So let's actually, I mean, it's going to show the points here. Oh, that's roast beef or road beef. I keep calling it roast beef. So you can see here 6 points. Oh, mouse, behave yourself. So P6, we've got 6 points. Sorry, 2 points up to 3rd place. So podium on the card suddenly out of nowhere. We weren't expecting this. But if you remember at Salzburg, P1 here doesn't necessarily mean you're then going to win it, because we got P1 at Salzburg in the first race and then came 9th or somewhere in the second race. So let's now jump to this next race, which is Maggiore, the track I love. Okay, so here we have the medium tyre. Now, because Maggiore we can overtake on, we decided as a team that we were going to go medium, hard, soft. But we also decided we were going to do the extra lap on mediums because of the Audi tyre wear. You know this, I know this. The Audi has significant tyre issues. So literally, it was going to go. Oh, I've got to remember this off the top of my head now. I think it's 776 rather than 866. So, no, that's not right. We'll find out during this anyway. But basically, yeah, we were going to go one less lap on softs and one more lap on mediums just to make sure our tyres were safe. So let's watch the start of this race. And again, Tatsuk starting is a superb race starter. He really is. You can see everyone jostling for position here. Tatsuk's in there as well. You know, we're with Porsche. Porsche on the medium tyre. As long as we stay with Porsche, we're one of the lead cars here. But Maggiore is like really good for us as a car. Imagine if at Salzburg we had the Red Bull Ring, then this track. Oh, that'd have been our race completely. We'd have won then. So you can see we're right with this pack here. The Ford's dropped off a little bit. So as long as the Ford's not right behind us, we're safe. Because that Ford is rapid down the straights. You can see, a little bit of contact there. But you can see this is all because of the soft tyres. Porsche being on the mediums is holding up the soft tyres here, BMW and Mercedes. And I'm just wanted... where's this mouse gone? There we go. Got the mouse back. Using a wireless mouse here, but it's not going very well at all. It's what I normally use. So you can see the soft tyre guys have stayed out. You see the Lexus has overtaken us now. So let me just explain that a little bit. So coming round this corner here, this left-hander up here. I was about to point on screen then as if you're watching me. Tatsuk just clipped the curb, it rotated the car a little bit, and that's why Lexus managed to get ahead of us here. So we're now going to go on the hard tyre, which is great because Lexus is going on the soft tyre. So actually it could be a blessing in disguise because that in that situation, Lexus is already gone, we can then survive.
I'm surprised that Audi have come in this late. I think that's been a damaging move for them. But
I don't know, Jimmy. I think it's better in the long run. Lexus out now. We come out. We've got a huge gap behind us. Here we go. This is it. Look at that. Just clip the curb, and that's how Lexus got by us. So that was the that was what I was trying to show you. So Double H, I just said settle down, you got a big gap behind, just focus on what's going on ahead. And in the grand scheme of it, we're only 2 seconds behind the Porsche in this one. So what we're going to do now, we're going to advance all the way to when I get into my stint, which is lap number 12. Here we go. Look, bang, straight on. I nailed this one. So the funny thing here, right, now, I want to get the Alpha Romeo. So here you see the Alpha gap here. We're going to come out the pits, right? And I can't see anything because Double H likes to use the bumper cam. So I'm quickly trying to change the radar because I can't see. I can't just whiz straight across the track. And then suddenly I see that Alpha is so close to us. Here we go. Look, 0.8, 0.6. You know what the first corner is like? Really tight. So I'm like, oh, crap. So then I start to get on it. And now if we have a look at the time difference here now, right? So we're 6.6 behind Porsche. Oh, in fact, we'll do it at the end of the lap because it's a bit confusing with these gaps. But we're 7 seconds behind Porsche, sorry, now at this moment in time. And they've got their fast driver in. We've got me in the car, yeah, we've got to push ridiculously hard. So you see how close we are to Alpha. That was just because when we count the pits, I was like, I can't see. Radar, radar, radar. Oh crap! So yeah, that was. So this lap is obviously a warm-up lap, and then it's like heads down, boom, go. Now I got 2 fastest laps in this race as well. I was absolutely on it. So I'm trying to wait until we get to the point where everyone's been in the pits, and then we can see the gap and see how much I gain on this gap. I drove one of the stints of my life here. I really did. The first lap not so good. Laps after that, I was just like, we can go for this. And there's some it's a shame we haven't got the team radio because. Literally, I asked Hayden at one point. I go, "How far are we off the podium in terms of points?" And how far are we off the other guys? And he went, "I think we're too far off. I don't think we're in the race." And I went, "It's not over till the fat lady sings." If you never heard that saying, don't worry about it. But yeah, I was talking to Hayden about that. It was hilarious. So we're gonna go another lap here. So you can see the advantage they've had on the softs, these other teams. Let's right, here we go. Right, let's look at it from this perspective. They've just been in the pits. So 6.6 plus 0.2 is going to be 0.8 plus 0.8 is going to be what the hell's that? 6.8, 7.6, 8.6, 9.6, 10.1. Call that 14.1, 15.1, 16.1. Call it 17 seconds. We are 17 seconds behind Toyota. And as I say, I do some of the stints of my life. Now I'm going to put this on fast forward while I talk about this because, I say, I was going absolutely gung-ho now. At this point in time, I'm just like, right, I can go for this. I can do this. I'm just going to put my head down, relax. It's got no competition around me. I can just push, 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 push. And you can see with Porsche having a fight here with these two, we're catching up to these as well. This is just a crazy incident. I felt for Andrew Brooks in this one because he'd had a horrible event. Really did. But you can see now we've gone ahead of Lexus. And funny enough, actually, the Lexus was spinning out, and I thought, oh no, it's going to come back on circuit, but we managed to just survive it, just. Aim for the spinning car is the trick. You can see Porsche get the move done there as well. But you can see how much time these guys are losing. We've gained 2 seconds on these guys. 2 seconds. So, you know, we're pushing hard. And this lap was the one where we got the 54.8, I think it was. Then we got 54.6 after. Absolutely nuts. It'd be nice if it had that on screen actually somewhere. You know, posted the fastest lap. Or did like Formula 1 where it just went, new fastest lap. Audi, whatever. But you can see we are catching. We're now 3 seconds behind the Mercedes. You got to remember, we're catching all the hards at the end. And I could see when they got into vision. I was like, I can see these guys. I can catch these. So you can see Porsche pushing very hard, and you just saw us in the background. So I could see this battle. So honestly, this goads me more to go. I'm just like, I can go for this. I can go for this. Look, there I am. Look, woo, we're catching. So I instantly was just like, I can go for this. 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 And this is some good racing as well. This is why I love the Manufacturer Series. It's different cars racing each other. The bop is fairly okay. Some people are saving fuel, some people aren't. Different tyre strategies. It's a good competition, this. Nations has to be one make, but they need to make it so dirty it doesn't impact it so much, in my opinion. You can see a lovely move by the Mercedes there. So obviously we're next up on the Ford. And BMW was slowly catching Toyota. And I'm not sure what was up with Toyota. I'm assuming it's because the FR car struggles so much more on hard tyres. Hard tyres benefits MR a lot because we can obviously put the weight down. There's more grip there versus, say, an FR car. So you can see now we're 0.5. Let me just pause this a second. Pause. There we go. 0.3 seconds here. So we're going to get the move done. And what we do, we just jump down the inside. We jump literally down the inside. I'm hoping it shows it. Does it show it? No, it doesn't. No. It's a really good move as well. So basically, coming out of the right-hander, so you got the left and then the right. We just chuck it down the inside, get the job done. That's literally it. That's one thing with Audi. You can do some mega moves with the Audi R8 Group 3 car. So you can see now this gap, by the way, this gap. So what's this? 1.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5, 6. It was 17. It's now 6. We're 6 off the lead. So yeah, it's quite insane. So yeah, it's hilarious how close this gets and the way that it's all coming together like this. I mean, it's great. I mean, it shows strategy does work in this race series, doesn't it? The fact that we've got all these different tyres, got hard, soft and mediums, all closing in on each other towards the end. So we're going to slow this down now, put it back to normal, and we're just going to watch this towards the end. Oh, as I say, this is amazing. So the Porsche obviously has a good chance here of winning the race. They win the race, they win this entire series. It's 2 races. 24 points does get it. You can see Porsche down the inside there. Look, we're there with Mercedes. Now this is the kind of move that we did on the Ford. Round the outside and then into the braking zone. Job done. That's all we got to do. And I was trying that in practice as well. A lot of people saw that I was practicing moves, and I'm really focusing on trying to be aggressive, clean it, but aggressive, and focusing on racing moves at the moment, because this is where I think I've been a bit too gentlemanly in the past. So I'm focusing more on it, get it done, get the job done. But look at the Porsche. This is soft tyres working a treat here. And then you're just going to see the cutback here done beautifully. There you go, look at that. Done absolutely beautifully. And because the Toyota sort of fought it, it gave BMW the chance to then get by as well. So a really great drive by Randall here as well. But look at us, we're catching as well. It's under 2 seconds this now towards the lead. Under 2 seconds. Oh, look how close this gets. Honestly, this is crazy, this race. So I wasn't fighting Mercedes too much because I could see what was going on ahead as well. So, you know, I know I'm close with 3 tenths. The whole point is I can see P2. Getting P2, we get on the podium sort of thing. So we were pushing like crazy. If Mercedes run hard, we'd try and get by as fast as possible. Mediums, we're still catching. You can see that gap is not changing. And watch them go nuts when they realise Mercedes and Audi are like, hi! It's hilarious. There you go. I know we're in P5 suddenly out of nowhere. So I'm gonna tell you something funny that happens here. About here, I look on the inside of Mercedes and I was meant to hit the flashlights button. I actually hit the handbrake. So you might see this gap suddenly start going up. There you go. Look. I hit the handbrake accidentally. It was hilarious. But that'll actually help me a little bit here because I could see what was going to happen here. So I'm just going to put this on a bit slower speed. So coming around here, I could see exactly what the Mercedes was going to do, and I could see what the Toyota was going to do. So I was like, I'm just going to, you know, see who becomes the victim here and gain a position. So coming into here, Toyota goes defensive. Mercedes then goes for the cutback. We're then going to try and follow Mercedes through, so Toyota go a bit late. And I could see instantly, I knew exactly at this moment in time. Where's the mouse gone? I knew exactly what the Toyota was going to do here. Last corner, last lap, they're going to defend this for whatever they can. So I go as far left as possible. You can see my wheel is still turning to the left here to then do the ultimate cutback to try and get both positions. And you can see the little bit of a push there. Look, you can see it in the background, and we go, hello! Drifto! So we managed to get one position, which is Mercedes, and we are so far up. Look at this gap coming down. So far up the Toyota's trumpet that we would have had them at the first corner. Now this is the critical thing here, because most people are like, you were unlucky there. One more lap. Remember, hard tyres, soft tyres, so much more grip. We'd have done exactly what the Porsche did. We would have been up here. We would have been up here. Now, we actually ended up P3 in the end anyway, because Toyota got given a penalty. So let's actually jump to the... let's jump to the points. Let's see the crowd. I'd actually shaken Angel's hand already. Brilliant job by Angel. First time out of his country as well. Unbelievable stuff. Really was. Really, really was. And I say I'm so proud of Audi here. We did amazing. We did amazing. We nearly got on the podium again. I can't believe it. Cannot believe it. So I'm just going to go over and just shake hands and stuff. You can see that as well.
He always is.
It's great stuff. Great stuff from everybody. Right, now let's see if we can get the points on here now. Let's get the points, Here we go. This is the points. 2 points! So close! As I say, there was 1 second to BMW on that last lap. I reckon we could have had it. One more lap and we'd have had it. I'm sure of it. Absolutely sure of it. Which is incredible because, as I say, Bathurst was on there. But, yeah, you didn't know I'd pressed the handbrake on the last lap either, which is hilarious, the fact that I did that. But yeah, we're using Fanatec's at the event, so it was a slightly different wheel, of course. That's a separate issue. But P4, I said it in the vlog, we were so close to a podium that there's only one further place we can go. But as you will see in the Monaco analysis, you can get even closer. But yeah, that's going to be it for me now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little analysis. Maybe broken up in little stages, just because I stopped talking for a while just to find different places. Thanks very much for watching, and thanks for the support all the same. It's always been brilliant. And yeah, I'll see you guys in another video very soon. Ciao!